Okay, let me just get myself up to speed real quick. I got my 5 line up. Okay. Alright, so what is CAS? CAS is Close Air Support. And basically, we call in any air support in the area to assist with infantry needs. In our case, it's Warlord, Thunder, Lancer, and Phoenix. We're going to start off with the check-in process. How I usually do check-ins is that I have a little notepad here. And outfit it real quick, just with what I write down.
I should probably grab a pen and paper, actually.
Good idea.
Alright, I'm good.
Okay. I'm going to write out what I write down for the check-in process in my notepad. I tried to explain it last time to, I believe, Kulash, and it was just a fucking mess. So I think best bet is for me to write this down real quick, take a photo of it, and share it to you after the fact.
Yeah, that would probably be better.
Okay, so when we begin an operation, once we get the go-ahead from the task force commander to have whatever aviation elements we have up to lift, once they lift them into the AO, after they do their pre-flight and all that stuff, they're going to list off basically their call sign, the aircraft that they're in, their position from the task force, their altitude, their munitions, and their report code. And remarks. However, in my experience, we never had remarks for check-ins, except for like laser code stuff. Once we were building with that a few weeks ago. Captain Soto, do you want to start off the mock check-in?
Certainly. So by this point, I will have already been up and around, orbiting, kind of watching, waiting for the task force to be in a position where I would then show up. So standard radio call.
Dagger, this is Thunder 6-1, frequency 70.
Thunder, this is Dagger 70, send it.
Dagger, Thunder 6-1, advising ready for cast check-in.
This is the point where I pull out my pen and paper with my pre-filled stuff. Let me take a photo of it before I start writing on it, just real quick. Okay. So I pull out my pen and paper, I get ready. Once I'm ready, I say, Thunder, this is Dagger 70, go ahead and send check-in. Over.
Dagger, Thunder 6-1, roger, check-in as follows. Thunder 6-1 is flight of times 1 A10 Charlie, with you, frequency 70, mission number 0174 Alpha.
That part isn't really necessary. I say it's just for immersive, purposes. It also helps me going back over my gun cam footage later, knowing which mission number it was. You might forget which FTX or which part of the cycle you're in or what task force you're in, because, well, at least for us, we kind of tend to float around. So that's where I'll bring those in.
Roger that.
I am 7 kilometers east of the task force at Angels 10.
So that'll be, I'm 7 clicks away from you guys, which in terms of flight world means from the time you make a cast call to the time I come running in, around 7 to 8 kilometers is where we begin our run. that's typically about 30 seconds out for the big show to kind of start up. Oh, there's an RCT class going on. Awesome. We get to put on a show for him. Anyways, where was I?
Angels 10. Broadcasting, but I don't hear you.
Okay, I should be.
Did you hear him?
No,
You got it. 7-0.
Yep.
Confirm.
Weapon systems on board today. Full load on the gun. 2 times AIM-9 Sidewinder. 6 times AGM-65 Hotel Maverick. 7 times Liger Rocket. 6 times Mark 82. 2 times GBU-54 Laser JDAM.
As Sergeant Avery will no doubt inform you at this point, go ahead and take it away.
Quick question. I didn't clearly hear you for Mark 82.
6 times Mark 82.
Okay.
Now here's why that part of the check-in is fucking important.
Okay, so going into reading up saying again the munitions. Gotta do it how I usually do it. Roger that, on every deck, you're 1 times A-10 Charlie Warthog. You're holding 7 kilometers east of the task force at Angels 10. You're floating the gun 7 times Liger Rockets, 6 times AGM Hotels, 6 times Mark 82, 2 times GBU-54s, and 2 times A9 Sidewinders. Over.
You missed 7 Ligers.
Okay.
I think you missed 7 Ligers? Did you miss 7 Ligers?
I went down the list. I have a list.
Anyways, so I thought I heard a missed Liger, but either way, that's why we get back on the phone. But the reason that's going to be damn important, because as you're making cast calls, you've got to know what weapons are available to you. You know, if you're sitting there looking at a target, you say, "Wow, that would string 6 Mark 82s beautifully and wreck them." You got to know that. Okay, do I have Mark 82s still in the air? Or okay, he's got 6 Mavericks on board. I've called in 2 Maverick hits on 2 tanks. He's got 4 to go. Because you're going to look like a bit of an idiot when a task force commander says, "Hey, I need that thing dead." And
SSG
Warlord
Munson
is
joined your
refueling,
channel.
rearming, shot down, whatever. And I'm still up there, and I say I had 2 Kilo Mavericks on board. And I fired off both of them. He said, "Thunder, I need you in here for a Maverick on the previous 9 line." I'm going to go, "Guess what, dumbass? I'm out." I'm Winchester on Maverick. Oops. So that's
Winchester
where...
means empty.
Roger that.
Yeah. So you need to make sure you've got that little notepad handy with the munition types on board and scratch through after the strikes that you call. You know, if I make a bomb run and I call 3 away on Mark 82s, guess what? I got 3 left. That is really the sign of an expert JTAC when you know precisely what is available to you at any given point. The same is true for Warlord. When they call their cast check-in and they say, "Okay, I've got 16 Kilo Hellfires," well, you can keep track of them. Warlord's into Hellfire. Warlord's into Hellfire. And every time you do it, scratch them out and go, "Okay, how we doing on munitions at any point here?" Anyways, last little bit here.
Hold on, Captain, 1 second.
Sure.
Staff Sergeants, are you in around us, or?
No, they're
Go
over at the...
Yeah, you joined the channel.
You joined the channel.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I just was wondering what you guys were doing, but you're doing a training or something.
Yeah, we're JTAC Wells.
Okay, yeah, because my issue is I don't have another server to do recruits on, so I'm just gonna
Okay.
have to.
So what we can do...
I mean, you
We
can't
can
do it
reset
side by
it.
side.
Well, it's because we got to load up the CAC TF, and I think we're not in the CAC TF. We're in the training template. All right, so we'll reset it right quick. Save your loadouts, fellas, and
We're good to go. All right, I'm good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saved my loadout already, so.
me too.
Thank
Sorry
you.
about that,
Sorry,
Sergeant. I thought it was on the CAC
Yeah.
TF.
Go ahead and
Board.
fire up the missions and load up the CAC TF, and we'll go from there.
Thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the password. Oh, I
SSG
got you.
Munson left your channel.
Thank you. I'm not logged in or anything, so. I thought this was a CAC TF, that's why I was confused.
Yeah, there's no markers on the map or anything.
Yeah, now that you said that, I looked and
Yeah.
gotta have done this in a while. Okay. Mission.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's Altus, right? It's still Altus.
Yeah, it's still Altus.
I'll just jump into like. There's tax B spot.
Oh, OSUD or something. It doesn't matter. Actually, yeah,
you
we
can
have
just
slots.
teleport me over, I guess, if you.
Yeah, there should be a attack P slot in here somewhere.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's the bottom, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to make sure. I think I'm gonna go Oset Chief because they have Zeus.
Yeah, and he won't need Zeus for his portion of the show.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we can sort of continue if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah. We'll keep riding through it. So, the next part of the check-in will be abort code will be wave off. I am saddle and laser capable. Fuel tanks at 9 5% and bleeding. Time on station 0 plus 90 minutes. Thunder standing by for your work on 7-0.
And just to be clear, there is no readback for munitions, and then he would list off his abort code and remarks. It would be all one string, and then I would reply back one string of reading back what he has.
Roger that.
So then I would. I'm not used to doing it this way, so I say you are saddle and laser capable. Fuel tanks are at 95% and bleeding. Time on station is 0 plus 90 mic, so abort code is wave off. Stand by for my work on 7-0. Over.
Bingo.
So again, he would list off his call sign, his aircraft, his position, altitude, munitions, his abort code, and remarks. And then I would read back everything he said. That's a proper check-in process. He's putting his recruits straight in here. Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, push continue, whatever.
We'll cruise right on through it. We'll put on a bit of a show for him.
My T-bar disconnected? Hello?
No,
Yeah, you
you're
can
still
hear
coming
you.
in. It's just the server's getting all loaded up and going, and we all just bum rushed it.
Oh, that's not where I'm supposed to be. Oh, hello.
Okay, I'm gonna teleport us, okay?
Alright.
You guys hear me?
Yay, from.
Okay, I can't
I-
teleport you because you guys aren't popping up in the player list.
Did you add me via Zeus?
Oh, is that... Okay.
I think that might be, you have to add me first as an object. Stand right here.
Nope. Anyway, I'm at the flight staging area on the southwest side of the airfield.
I'm at the run over there or something. Or,
I disconnected so I could talk to you guys. Here, I can give you a vehicle.
yeah, if you just spawn me like a quad or something, I'll just drive over. You said it was the southwest, right?
Yeah, it's marked on the map, the flight staging stuff.
Yep, I see it. I'm gonna grab my loadout real quick.
There's no full arsenal there. I just recommend driving over here so I could put one down for the ABU stuff.
I believe I can still pull things from non-full arsenals. Actually, let me see. Yeah, I can still pull it.
And Tazaki, the quad that it's facing is the direction you go to get out of there, okay?
Roger.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Here's your ride. Really wish I could teleport you guys. I don't know why I can't. It's sort of stupid. Maybe I can now. Yep, I can now.
Ooh, you want me to stop my vehicle?
Let me make sure. Yep.
I'll stop my vehicle. Yep, there we go. Oh, you want me to get off the vehicle, or did you include vehicles?
Get off of it.
Alright, I'm off.
There we go. Okay.
Here we go. Yeah, I managed to somehow pull my stuff from the arsenal.
I'm gonna try that right now, but didn't work last time. Yeah, I can't load it.
Yeah, it works for
Why?
some people and doesn't work for others. I've never had a problem with it though for some reason. Like I can pull like pretty much anything as long as it's saved in the loader already, even if it isn't in the box.
Oh god, I don't want this one. Fuck. Yeah, fast I can do this. Alright, fuck it, good enough. Click my T-bar and dead for radios in the meantime.
Already done?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
William Charlie.
Uh-oh. Someone talk?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, my reconnected.
All right.
MSGT Avery disconnected from your channel. MSGT Avery joined your channel.
Testing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Okay, thank God. I'm gonna get back on 7-0 just for. Okay. You have anything else to add on to the check-in process, Captain?
Not at this point. We will get to a little bit more on-hand instruction here in a bit once we walk over to the jet, because I'm going to do something a little bit different for Aaron Minitazaki than what I've done for some of your other JTACs, and I think it will be quite beneficial for you too.
Okay. Another thing with the readback process is that you don't need to list off all the munitions and all that stuff. The position, altitude, the remarks, munitions. Yeah, you can simply just say saw a copy on readback vendor, report code is wave off, over, and be done with it. But then again, it is good, like Captain Soto said earlier, to know exactly what the aircraft has and its capabilities for use later on, basically.
Roger
And
that.
also to add to that, just sounds cool, basically.
That's what I plan on doing. Trying to work on that check-in for the
Yeah.
full thing.
I recommend learning the whole thing. Sometimes in a pinch, like if you get into shit as soon as you land and you just don't have time to write stuff on your notepad, that a simple stall copy on all abort code is wave off will do. Yeah, and sometimes like when we have Lancer and I don't have anything written for Lancer, it happens sometimes today, and I don't have the stuff written down, so therefore I just say stall copy on check-in. Your abort code is blank. Another thing with abort codes is that usually Thunder sticks with wave off or the report code. pay attention to abort codes, because sometimes Warlord will say abort code and it's exactly the same thing as Thunder. You can't do that. You get to have different abort codes for each aircraft. And if they do say, like, wave off for their abort code after Thunder did, just say Warlord is staggering 7-0, choose a different abort code. And they'll choose a different one, and we're good to go after that. And read it back again, then you're good.
Roger that.
Just scroll down a little bit. Okay, Captain, is this a good time for your demonstration?
This is a perfect time for my next diatribe here. Let's jump in one of the Humvees and head out to the flight line. Enlisted running everywhere.
Man, I just like being fit.
I mean, forget about that bullshit. I ain't in a hurry to get anywhere. Yeah, that shit sucks. I'm not gonna run if I'm
Thunder's to the right. You don't know. How do you kill wind?
In the weather, there should be an advanced weather where you can kill it off.
Environment, advanced weather change. Did it work?
In advanced weather.
Did the wind stop?
Should be in advanced weather.
Yeah, I thought I
No,
did.
it's at full speed.
Yeah, it's still blowing pretty hard. I have earplugs in just so I can hear you guys.
All right,
Wind
poke me.
speed. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, it came back.
Wait, no.
It comes back for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, it came back
yeah,
for
it
me.
comes back for me too.
It stopped for a second. You can't kill weather because ace weather is enabled, says Sergeant Hardman. Yeah, I don't think we can kill the weather. No, it is enabled, so we can't change it.
Oh. So we can?
We cannot change it because it is enabled.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, I can hear you guys fine. I put earplugs in and...
Me too.
Hopefully going inside will help or something. Maybe he can figure
It's
it
like
out.
it drops and it comes back. Nice going, S-Force. Way to go, smart ass. We're mod team, not mission team. Anyways, go ahead and unload the aircraft here. Oh shit! Shame on me.
Oh, hat on the flight line.
Fucking fought on the flight line.
Captain, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, just making sure.
Actually, when you have a chance, can you upload that picture of the recast check-in sheet? Whenever.
Let's see.
I mean,
You have a phone
if you
number?
took, I live
Don't
in,
say it.
yeah. If you go on
Uh,
Imgur on your phone, I'm pretty sure you could upload it off your phone.
Second.
I don't know if you need the app to do it though. Let me see. I think you might need the app.
I'm just gonna one drive it. So we're connected.
Or
So.
that works too.
All right, gentlemen, you still with me?
I'm all
Yeah,
set,
from-
but yeah.
All right, so the first things we're going to go through, these are going to be our variety of gravity-dropped guided weaponry that we are going to be able to carry on board the A-10C. So I'm going to start here from Pylon 1. We're going to make our way all the way to Pylon 11. Now the first one hanging here all the way on the end is what's called the eGBU-12, the Enhanced GBU-12. This is the newest version of the Paveway laser-guided bomb that initially gained fame at the end of the Vietnam War and really came into the public eye during the Gulf War. Eventually, we arrived at the position to where laser-guided munitions, while exceedingly accurate, are going to always be subject to prevailing weather conditions. You have to be able to see your target to laze it. This presents a problem. This is something that we can also encounter in Arma 3. When weather is crap, I can't see the target, you can't see the target. What makes the eGBU-12 interesting, this weapon is also capable of secondary GPS guidance. It is designed as a competitor to the JDAM system that has gained fame in the last few years. For all intents and purposes, this is a laser-guided bomb with GPS guidance as a backup. That is what it is for. It is a 500-pound weapon. It is capable of destroying just about anything that it hits, with the exception of exceedingly large structures. Now, just next to it is the GBU-54 LJDAM. Now, for our purposes, these two weapons are, in essence, identical. They're capable of the same thing. Both of these weapons can be launched into a GPS coordinate with accuracy up to 10 meters, which for a 500-pound bomb is enough to kill damn near everything. Recently, these two weapons also now have a dual sensor mode. If, for example, you give me a grid coordinate, let's call it, let's say the end of the runway here, and you call it at 143158 for me to drop it right on the 04 marker on the runway. Let's say the target is shifted over to the 500-foot markers at 144159. If you stick a laser on there, that bomb, while flying to its GPS coordinates, will turn on its laser seeker and start looking for a laser. If there is none, no worries. It's going to hit the point it was initially told to hit. If there is a laser, it will then go to that laser. This presents new capabilities that we didn't have before, that myself and Sergeant Avery will be training on in the future here to better exploit. Again, for your purposes, these are both 500-pound bombs, both with the capability to laser guide and to GPS guide. Now, next weapon is the GBU-38 JDAM. Now, this is also a 500-pound weapon, albeit it does not have the ability to guide with a laser. What this means to you is you have to be extremely precise with your weapon targeting. This has always been a limitation of the JDAM, both in real life and for our purposes. A JDAM can only strike a fixed target. You have to pick, this is the coordinate I want you to hit. The bomb is going to hit that coordinate regardless of what's there or not. It's useful for certain functions and other functions not so much. Now, the 500-pound variant like the GBU-38 is useful in that it doesn't weigh the aircraft down too much. However, certain pilots in the 74th Fighter Squadron are very fond of the next weapon here, which is the GBU-31. This is going to offer you the same capabilities as the GBU-38 JDAM. It is only capable of striking a fixed target. However, this is a 2,000-pound weaponry. Nothing survives being hit by this. Nothing. It lays a fireball, a crater that is 30 to 40 meters wide and about 20 meters deep. It doesn't matter if it's a building, doesn't matter if it's a hardened target, everything dies at the hands of the 2,000-pound bomb.
Oh, boy.
Originally based on the Mark 84, this thing is an absolute killer. But again, you need to be cognizant of your target type. If it is infantry in the open, moving in the open, you've either got to get a good lead and know exactly where and how to hit them, or pick a fixed target, something that you know the 2,000-pounder will smash. If infantry, for example, are in a position where they're not moving, say, for example, the military base up here to our northwest, about a kilometer, if they're just holed up in there all day long being assholes, dropping at 31 usually does a good job of dismantling their machinations. Next, on the two middle pylons here, we have the GBU-53 and the GBU-49. These are the small diameter bombs. Now, the GBU-49 is like its GBU-38 and GBU-31 cousins, only capable of seeking a fixed target. I tell it a GPS coordinate, it goes to those GPS coordinates and kills whatever is at those GPS coordinates. Doesn't know what it is, it doesn't care. The GBU-53 is the small diameter bomb Block 2. It adds different capabilities similar to what you'll find on the GBU-54 and on the eGBU-12. It is capable of course, GPS coordinates, making its way to the target via GPS. It's also capable of seeking laser energy. It is also capable of homing in on an infrared target, much like you'll find on certain missiles. This makes it an extremely versatile weapon. It is also, by its very definition, a small diameter weapon. Ergo, it does not hold much explosives. Ergo, what does that help prevent?
Friendly fire.
Not rhetorical.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, collateral. Exactly. That's what they're for. We can hit a building on one side of a city block and not kill the other people on the other side of the city block. Things are beautiful. We haven't had much use for them in this current FTX cycle, but situations will exist where this will be the appropriate weapon. The other advantage to it is take a look at the Brew, the bomb rack unit. How many bombs are slung up underneath there?
4.
There are 4. So these guys weigh in at about 2,400 pounds. Each bomb weighs approximately 250 pounds, and the Brew weighs about 200 some odd pounds-ish, somewhere in there. It's a little bit more than a 2,000-pound JDAM. The beauty of this is that we can sling up a lot of them. They're not especially powerful, but they can do the damage when they need to. I mean, 250-pound total guidance, everything. 100 pounds of explosives is no small feat. Anyways, moving on. This is the standard GBU-12 Paveway. It is a 500-pound bomb with just a laser seeker on board. Now, the beauty of these guys here, and I didn't load it this way because I guess I'm just an idiot, but the beauty of the GBU-12 versus the JDAM, the way the avionics work on the A-10, if you have a JDAM loaded on a pylon, the airplane says, okay, there's one bomb on this pylon, that's it. So I can only send one set of GPS coordinates to this pylon and then let her rip. After that, you can't reset the data on it. Therefore, only one JDAM can be carried per pylon. The GBU-12 is, by definition, relatively stupid compared to the JDAM and the eGBU-12. It doesn't care. It's just looking for laser energy. So these can be loaded triple. Thus, I could carry 6 of these, or perhaps even more, within the weight limit of the aircraft without having to worry about it. The only disadvantages is, of course, we are limited by how far we can see with the laser. Again, 500-pounder, it'll do the business pretty well. Next, we have the GBU-10, which, like its GBU-12 cousin, is a fully laser-guided bomb. Slightly stupid, but, like the GBU-31 over there, extremely powerful. It is, again, a 2,000-pounder. It will kill anything it hits. Next, we have the Sniper AXT-P targeting pod. This is what allows us to see and recon for you guys. It allows us to laser our own targets. It allows us to see at night. It allows us to see thermals. It is a badass piece of machinery and effectively changed the way close air support is run. Lastly, we have the AIM-9M Sidewinder missile. It is an air-to-air infrared guided missile with a range of a maximum of around 5 to 6 miles, although realistically most kills happen within 2 miles, which is 4 kilometers-ish in armor range, which is about the range that we are shooting stuff down if we need to. All right, I'm going to switch it up, and then we'll, I should be able to get all the weaponry here on the next run. I don't think I'm going to miss anything.
I have one question, Captain.
Go ahead.
How many digit coordinate can you feed? 10? Or...
Yes, we can fit up to a 10-digit coordinate. However, as Sergeant Avery will train with you momentarily, when we are feeding in grid coordinates, generally the 6-digit grid with a keypad as the coordinate on there is good enough for a 500-pounder to do the damage, considering you're within, if you're talking 30 meters, you're in the danger zone for a 500-pounder, which we'll
Roger
cover
that.
once we're calling guidelines.
Is keypad an actual term? Because that was brought from another game.
I always thought it was keypad. I heard it.
Yeah,
Well,
we've used keypads a lot.
I've used it in other games,
I
but
thought it was brought from Squad. I always go with quadrants.
Oh, you could do quads too.
I remember playing Planet
I
Side
don't
using
like keypad. I don't
keypad.
know why.
It's all good. I know Top teaches it in OSA, so. But it is what it is. Actually, he was teaching that in OSA before Squad was a thing. Anyways, whatever. Quadrants work too, because, I mean, even then you're within 50 meters of a bomb dropping. You're in deep shit.
Wait, which one's quadrant 1? Is it top right or top left?
I just say like northeast quadrant, northwest.
Okay. Got it.
Compass base.
Yeah, got it. Also, I would assume the only weaponry that I wouldn't need to know how much I have left would be the gun, correct?
Sometimes a good idea to know.
Well, I mean, like, I wouldn't know offhand without asking, obviously.
Oh no, yeah. They'll typically warn you when they're low.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I linked the photos by the
Oh,
way.
yeah, yeah, I just pulled it
One
up.
of them is the one like the dashes is where I'm gonna fill it in, and obviously the other one's filled in.
Roger, do you just strike it out and write something else, or when do you like use one, or is it just for checking?
I make a secondary one. I haven't done it yet.
Oh,
But
okay.
whenever I call in something, I write down what it was, and then I compare it to the first sheet.
Okay, that would probably be smarter, because yeah, writing it multiple times would probably be heard if it was like 14 of them.
But yeah.
Holy. That's a lot of rockets.
Alrighty, on to the last part of the show here. So here on this pylon, we have what is called the APKWS, the Airborne Precision Kill Weapon System. This is basically the whole point of this was to make the Hydra 70 rocket from being a dumbfired rocket into a smart weapon. It is 100% laser guided, or it can be fired unguided as a standard Hydra 70 rocket. The beauty of the APKWS is much like the Hellfire Kilo and the Hellfire Mike. This is a weapon that can acquire laser energy after the weapon has been fired. In essence, what this means for you is you can place your laser on a soft target, something that a rocket is capable of killing. For example, a mortar position, a infantry in the open, a truck, a light target that the Hydra 70 can be effective against. You can point your laser at it. I can point the nose towards the target area. As long as the rocket's got enough juice to get there, I can pickle that son of a bitch off, and it'll go find your laser and kill whatever it's pointing at. Again, it doesn't really care what it is. I don't even have to see the damn thing. I just roll in. Okay, I got energy. Whack. Let the rocket go. It'll go kill it. Now, on the notion of rockets, these are your Hydra 70 rockets, in this case mounted on a Lao 171 triple rack. This allows you to carry a total of 21 rockets on a single pylon. The Hydra 70 rocket was designed after World War II in an effort to replace unguided rockets that had been used up to that point. As a 70mm rocket, it is roughly in the same class as, for example, the M72 Laws. It's not designed to destroy an armor target. It can, but it excels in destruction of soft targets like trucks and infantry in the open. It's an excellent suppression weapon, too. It doesn't require a close proximity hit like a 30mm GAU 8 round would require in order to destroy its target. Again, these can be especially effective on, say, for example, our last FTX with a convoy. With troopers outside of immediate danger close, a string of rockets will wreak havoc down the middle of a road if there are, for example, soft targets there. Now the next weapons on board, this is the AGM-65 Hotel Maverick. It shares a lineage with the AGM-65 Kilo Maverick. These two weapons are CCD, or for, I guess, more layman's terms, TV guided. When we are inside the aircraft, we basically show the missile a picture of its target, very much like how the Javelin missile works, albeit without infrared guidance. It sees the contrast between its target. We give it a picture and says, hey, go kill that, whatever that thing is, and then we let the missile fly. It flies out to the target area, says, okay, that looks like what you told me to kill, whack. It is extremely effective against a variety of targets. However, its primary mission was and always will be the destruction of tanks. Very, very few tanks survive. Now the thing to note, Hotel Mavericks and Kilo Mavericks don't work very well at night, which is to say they don't work at all at night. So we have to be smart about that. More coming. Now what's the difference between the two? The Hotel Maverick is lighter, which allows it to be mounted, as you can see here, in the LAU 88 TIR, or triple interface rail. This allows us to carry a maximum of 6 missiles. The Kilo Maverick is heavier. It has a longer range. It holds a larger warhead, but we can only carry one at a time. Now there are times where the Kilo Maverick would be a preferable option. For example, in an area with a high SAM threat environment. The longer range of the missile means we don't have to get into a knife fight with SAMs. This is very preferable for the pilot. You'll hear during the check-in whether he's got hotels or kilos on board, and you'll know, okay, if he's bringing up hotels or he's bringing up kilos, that's going to determine how many missiles I have, and also how he can safely prosecute a threat. So for example, a Tunguska, if I have a kilo on board, you'll know I can get in there and get to work. Next, a couple more dumbfired weapons here. This is the Mark 84. It is the basis of the GBU-31 and the basis of the GBU-10 2,000-pound JDAMs. It is a 2,000-pound unguided bomb. Not much else to say there. It's a hammer. Next we have the CBU-87 CEM, or Cluster Expending Munition. Now, the cluster bomb, as the name implies, has many weapons inside it that release in a cluster. In the case of the CBU-87, it is designed for anti-personnel use. There is also the CBU-97, which we very rarely, meaning never, carry. The CBU-97 is used against armor targets. It's a badass piece of weaponry, we just never really have a time where we'll ever use it. Next to it is the CBU-105 WCMD, or WICMID. Now the WICMID is the Wind Corrected Munition Dispenser. This is a JDAM slapped on the back of a CBU. That's basically what it is. We use these to great effect against infantry. Now there is also the CBU-105, which, like the CBU-97, is designed to attack anti-armor. However, again, we will not ever really carry this, as our threat environment doesn't really require that sort of weaponry. I wouldn't advise using these danger close, and for the time being, don't walk through an area that has just been freshly CBU. Ask me how I know.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Glad to hear it. Next up, we have the Mark 82. This is the baseline weapon for the GBU-38, GBU-54, and GBU-12. It is a 500-pound iron bomb. This is the unguided variant of it. Now the beauty of this little bastard is that they're relatively light. They can be carried on a triple rack. So you can carry 6. You can carry even more in what I'm about to show you is, well, Bringer of Death, so you'll see it momentarily. But nothing too special here. It's a dumb guided bomb. Excellent for area suppression when dropped in strings of 2 or 3 or even 4, 5, or 6 if you really got to kick some ass. Next we have the AGM-65 Delta Maverick. Now the AGM-65 Delta differs from its hotel sister in that the Delta is an infrared guided Maverick, meaning it will find anything, day or night, shitty weather or good weather, doesn't matter. If it's got a heat signature, it will kill it. The operative word being if it has a heat signature. The Delta Maverick will not be effective against a tank or a truck or something that has just been sitting and has the same infrared signature as everything else around it. The missile seeker is going to go, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be looking at. I don't see anything that's shining. I don't see anything that's different from what's around me. This is also the same for the AGM-65 Golf Maverick. Now, like the Kilo Maverick, the Golf Maverick has a longer range, has a larger warhead, but because of its weight, can only be carried one at a time. In night missions, this is likely going to be the weapon that we'll be firing. And again, it's critical that the target that we are engaging with it has a heat signature, meaning its engine had to have been on and running for at least a few minutes. Otherwise, the missile will be ineffective. We will not be able to gain a lock with it, and a different weapon will need to be used to prosecute the target. Next, we have the Mark 82's sister. The only difference is the ass end of it. This is a Mark 82 Snake Eye high drag bomb. What this allows you, what'll happen when this weapon releases is that the fins on the back will extend, effectively forming a large air brake. This will slow the bomb's travel down. The reason we would want to use these is when attacking from low altitude. As the bomb slows down, it allows the jet to continue at a speed faster than the bomb is going and escape the blast radius. The Mark 82 and the Mark 84 do not have that capability. Thus, they're best used in dive bombing attacks from high to mid altitude. The Snake Eyes are ideal for use in low altitude bombing runs. Lastly, we have the AIM-9X Sidewinder, the most modern version of the Sidewinder missile, which in effect allows it greater maneuverability and capabilities, as well as a better defeat of countermeasures. Last thing I'm going to show off here is what an A-10 looks like completely illegally loaded.
I don't know if I should be scared for this one.
It's a bit ridiculous.
I'm just expecting like 2,000 pounders on each of the pylons. Just 11 of them. I don't think you can stack up that many on some of the side ones, but I'm just waiting to see that. I think my notes are a little incomplete, but I tried to copy down as much as I could.
It's
I
fine.
talk fast.
It's
You'll-
all good. Yeah, I think his
What
experience
we
is
do
probably
need
gonna help,
to do
but
is develop an Excel. I had an Excel spreadsheet, but I lost it.
that can help make one to. I mean, I think the biggest one is probably just the difference between the AGM 65s. I think would be very helpful to know during a cast check-in.
Yeah. We need a new one. What's this? Is this what?
Oh yeah, the payload. I saw that one. The danger close estimates for some of them, or rather, pretty much all of them.
This is what I like to call illegal as fuck.
Holy mother! Wow. What in the world?
Now, the Mark 82s on the center pylon are carried on what's called an MER, or the MER. This is the multiple ejector rail. It allows us to carry a maximum of 6 Mark 82s on a single pylon. If you've done the math, this is so illegal, I'm not even sure the suspension of the A-10 would actually handle this during takeoff, let alone the tires surviving the speed you would need to arrive at the runway in order to take off. Now, of course, ARMA lets us do this. However, I've placed restrictions on my pilots expressly to prevent them from doing this shit right here. This is beyond illegal. So if you hear a frickin' cast check-in one day and you hear, that's a lot of ordnance, probably illegal. Lastly, we'll get on to the big star of the show. This is the GAU-8 30mm cannon.
Oh,
It
my
is a
favorite.
7-barreled Gatling gun mounted to the front of this aircraft. It was designed in the late 1960s as a measure to counter Soviet tanks charging across the Fulda Gap. So T-55s, T-62s, T-72s, that sort of thing. Knowing full well that CAS was going to be difficult in the hazy and nasty conditions of eastern Germany and the Eastern Front, this weapon was developed, and primarily, in fact, to work on both the YA-10 and the YA-9. It fires a 30mm depleted uranium round, as well as high explosive incendiary rounds at a rate of 3,900 rounds per minute. This equates to roughly 70 rounds a second. It is not the end-all be-all. It does not kill absolutely everything, but it puts on one hell of a show and is known, very well known, to strike fear into the hearts of the enemy, and a well-placed burst from a GAU-8 is effective against most targets. Even the most modern main battle tanks have a hard time with a top shot from a GAU 8 hitting it right into the engine cover. The rounds on it are going to go fast. Again, 70 rounds a second. We carry 1,150 rounds on board the A-10 in a standard combat mix. That means you got about 11 seconds worth of firing that you've got available to you. Make it count. You better hope that your pilot makes it count. But few things enjoy being on the receiving end of this BERT. I know that took a little while, but I do feel it's important for you to understand the different sorts of munitions that the A-10 is capable of carrying. Knowing full well what this thing can do, both whether it's the guns or whatever we sling up underneath the pylons, will make you a better JTAC, as you are going to know the correct ordnance to bring in for the show based on whatever target is in the area. No doubt you have questions. Anything I can help with?
Not at this time.
I'm sure something will.
Yeah.
When something comes up, let me know,
Roger that.
and we'll get it squared away. Because there's a few other things here, which again, Sergeant Avery will cover when we're going to the 9 lines as far as what danger close means, and that's where knowing what sorts of munitions are aboard the aircraft, that's when it becomes extremely important. That's my show there, Sergeant. Sorry about taking up half your fucking training.
No, it's fine.
I enjoyed that.
Just so you know, I don't think we can do 5 lines tonight because I need to get back to studying and figure out dinner somehow tonight. So
That's okay.
We're
We'll
just gonna do
get
9
right to it.
Okay, so yeah, to follow up the check-in process, new munitions. One thing that we want to do as JTACs is to give the pilots a situation report of anything that happens on the ground. So one thing that you may have noticed, I don't know if Captain So has done it lately, but he's done it in the past for sure, is he asks for a commander intent once we hit the ground. This is typically after the check-in process. What the commander's intent is basically what does the commander want him to do. Some situations going into an operation, for example, if we know there's a lot of anti-air in the area, the commander will let him loose on it, give him Type 3 control on any anti-air in the area as soon as we hit the ground. It's that for that example, that's pretty popular when we're like inserting with helicopters or something. It's a hot LZ. So yeah, basically, commander's intent is what the commander wants the aviation to do. Another thing to do as a JTAC is to keep pilots informed at all times. So let them know when we're in contact, when we're moving, where we're moving, what we're engaging, stuff like that. Sometimes they can see it all anyway, and it's not really needed, but still, us telling them sort of finalizes it all for them.
Roger that.
Let's just go over some terms and I'm Captain So one AFK. When we call something, basically, if we call out something for a Thunder to hit, and he says he's blind, he has no visual contact with any friendly positions, or with our positions. In that case, we mark with green smoke or IR grenade or whatever, so he can find us better. If he has a visual, he sees us, blue 4. If he has contact, whatever we're calling out. Most of the time, it's any positions or a laser. Tally is the signing of a target, and no joy, he does not have any visual contact. And some other. 1 second, let me find it real quick.
Is it the laser brevity terms?
Not necessarily that. However, it is sort of important sometimes. You'll say laser on 10 seconds. Usually our laser's already on. However, if for whatever reason, let's say I'm lasering something, I go down, laser's terminated, and he still needs a laser, he'll call you, do it 10 seconds, and get your laser on. Shift, obviously, if you shift the laser in a direction, let him know. Spot is that he sees the laser. Terminate is pretty important sometimes because lately I've been finding that our laser can't seem to penetrate past trees. Even if like you can clearly see a target past a bush or a tree or something, it will still be on the tree. In that case, it'll tell you to terminate it, or he'll tell you to terminate it if he doesn't need a laser or he's relying on his own laser. The other ones I have never heard before. And as for the IR stuff and like IR grenades and IR chem lights and IR smoke and all of that, we've been meaning to do a test at night to sort of figure out the capabilities of it. More on that later once me and Kevin set up a time to start test out all the night capabilities of all our equipment. Before we go into 9 lines, let's go down to our Type 1, Type 2, Type 3 controls, clears, and all that.
Roger that.
So a 9 line, there's 2 different types of 9 lines, Type 1, a Type 2, and a Type 3. Type 1 is used the most and preferably the most preferred 9 line to give Thunder or Warlord. Type 1 is that you see the target and you see the aircraft. That being Thunder. Type 2 is you see either the target or the aircraft. One of the parties. Then Type 3, you don't see the aircraft or the target. For example, when I what I said earlier, like Task Force Commander will clear Type 3 control on any anti-air in the area. Basically, that's telling Thunder that he's cleared on any targets. I won't see him or the targets at all. And each type comes with their own clearing. So clear to engage is used for Type 3 control. Cleared hot is used for Type 1 and Type 2. Abort obviously means do not engage. What I say is abort, wave off. I add the abort in their what do you call it? Wave or their report code basically.
Yeah.
And then continue. When you call in a 9 line and they acknowledge it, they Roger that, Thunder, continue. And he's clear to proceed with the attack, but he's not authorized to engage yet. Once he wants to engage it, you'll say that he sees the enemy, basically. You say cleared hot or cleared engaged, depending on the type control. I'll run through an example before we let you do it.
Copy that.
Captain, you there?
I am indeed.
I'm going to teleport us. It's that TAC hill that you marked. And
Yeah, I'm getting the airplane squared away.
okay, I'll just go ahead and lift and we'll meet you out there, okay?
Works for me.
One question. On your little sheet there, it says TOS. Is that just time on station? And then what's the thing under that?
0 plus
Oh,
blank
okay.
mics or minutes.
Under that. Got it.
I don't have the best handwriting, I know.
No, it's all good. I understand all of it except for that one. I wasn't sure if that was a 0 and O or whatever, but I got
It's a
it.
0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm teleporting.
Roger that.
About to get loud.
Here, plugs in.
Okay, go up.
I think it's this door. There we go.
Oh,
Oops.
they both worked.
Yeah, I was thought they both. Oh, you know, when it kind of trapped you there.
Fucking. Alright, there you go.
Alright, there we go. I don't know why we can't learn to push a door inward instead of outward.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess we never learned how to do that.
There was an ace scene that was coming out for it, but I don't know if it ever went through or not.
Ooh, what is
Okay.
this screen? I'm just gonna leave that. All good. Kind of
I don't know what's
scared, like if
happening.
like 3 Tunguskas just spawn out of nowhere.
It's static, so hopefully not. Cool, I didn't know they added this. Except I don't see anything that's spawning.
Yeah, Hmm.
I had to get a water bottle.
All good.
See anything or?
No, Sergeant Hartman says it spawns forever away, is what he said, so.
Yeah, let's see, hold on. Oh, I see. Okay.
You and your.
So at the intersections in the field over there,
Oh,
there is
yep.
tanks. There's also some infantry in some areas.
I see the infantry. Yeah, I see the static A. There's a rocket. Or rather.
Okay. So at this time, I would scroll down to the 9-line example for the
Is it the blank one?
yeah, where it has all the blanks.
Actually, I think I have the mod for it. Hold on. Let me just quickly figure out the button.
I wouldn't use that.
Alright, yeah.
I mean, you could. However, like, don't fill it out. And stuff
Yeah, I
like
don't
that. It's a
fill
lot.
it. I mean, like, as in, like, a briefing to see what to say, but anyway, continue.
Basically, what I do, I have a second monitor. I pop it up my second monitor, and like, I don't write anything. I just find the information as I go down the list.
Affirm.
The most important things is basically the type control and 1 through 9. Remarks we'll get into here. Once he reads back 1 through 9, you'll have him stand by for remarks. That's where you request your ordnance and you designate it alpha or whatever you want to call them later. Danger close. Those are pretty much the most popular 3 options. I don't understand what you mean, Barba.
Dagger Thunder 6170 radio check.
Which line says there?
Roger, 5x570.
Be advised, I'm going to be doing a full 9-line, for example, for the first go through, and then we'll do a modified later on.
Dagger A firm, advisor ready for cast check-in.
Oh shit. Thunder's Dagger ready for cast checking over.
Roger, Dagger Thunder 6-1 with you, frequency 70, flight of times 1 A10 Charlie. Orbiting 5 kilometers outside of your position at base plus 6,000 and above. Weapons on board today, full load on the gun. 7 times Liger rocket, 2 times AGM-65 Kilo Maverick, 6 times Mark 82, 2 times GBU-54 Laser JDAM, 2 times AIM-9 Mike Sidewinder. Abort code will be wave off. I am saddle and laser capable. Fuel tanks at 9 or 8% and bleeding. Time on station 0 + 100 minutes. Thunder ready for your work on 70.
I got everything except for the GBUs.
What's that?
I wrote down everything except for the GBUs. I didn't catch that one.
He has 2 times GBU 54s.
54. Roger that.
And if you ever don't know, just tell him to say again, or munitions, or say again anything after Mark 82. You know.
Copy that. Roger.
Why don't you take this one?
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Hold on, sorry, let me just go back to the...
Yeah, you don't need to make it all crazy. You can just say, Roger that, Thunder, I read back, and then say the munitions and the abort code, and that's it. Those are the most important things.
Right. Roger
You
that.
don't need the direction, distance, altitude.
Thunder, this is Dagger on 7-0. I read back 7 through our full load on the gun, 7 Ligers, 2 AGM 65, 6 Mark 82s, 2 GBU 54s, 2 AIM 9 Sidewinders. Time on station is 0 plus 100 minutes. You are hovering at Angel 6. Abort code is wave off. Over. Oh, I almost forgot that.
Dagger Thunder, good copy on all. Thunder standing by.
Not bad. Okay. So I'm gonna list off a 9-line for that T-72 right there at that intersection.
Roger that, eyes on.
So what I'm gonna do is I want to keep in mind the position of task force from the target and at what the relative position of Thunder. Basically, we're to the southwest of the target. So, for example, I do not want Thunder to push from the northeast and push southwest and engage target because he could pull up and hit us with a Gateway run or something, for example. Typically, what you want to try to do is get Thunder in a position so that he attacks over you to the target. So for this, anything works really except from the north or east. I would have him push west or south. Thunder's Dagger 7-0, over.
Dagger Thunder 6-1, go ahead.
Push IPC here, stand by for 9-line, over.
Dagger Thunder coming out south, ready 9-line.
So IPs is basically the directions. You got November, Echo, Sierra, Whiskey.
Roger that, yeah, the entry.
Usually he puts down marks on the map, and usually they're 8 kilometers from the bullseye or the AO. So that sort of gives you the distance line number 3, the 9-line already. I typically just say 8 kilometers.
Roger that.
They're usually 8 kilometers in every direction from the AO. I just guesstimate it basically. That's what I usually do. So to be attack one control because I can see the aircraft coming in, I can see a target. Thunder's a Dagger on 7-0. This will be a Type 1 control. IP Sierra 360 degrees, 8 kilometers, 13 meters. T-72 in the open. Word reference 100, break 120, type mark, word 40819er. Friendlies are to the southwest, 1 click, egress to discretion, over.
Dagger Thunder 6-1, I read back. Type 1 control, Sierra 360, 8 kilometers, 13 meters, T-72 in the open, 100-120, 0819er, southwest 1 kilometer, egressing back to the wheel.
Read back is correct, stand by for remarks, over.
Dagger Thunder, ready additional.
So, armor target, I would recommend a Maverick or an AGM.
Roger that.
Thunder's Dagger 7-0, requesting 1 times AGM. Over.
Dagger Thunder, A-firm requesting single Maverick on target.
Roger that, Thunder, stand by, 1 mic. Okay. So when you list off on 9-line,
Dagger Thunder, standing by.
you do not need to say line 1, IP Sierra, line 2, the direction or the heading. You don't need to do that. You can literally just go through, and they should be able to catch everything.
Roger that, as long as you give like enough pause between the lines, correct?
Yeah, don't blaze through to the point where they
Yeah.
can't, like, keep up and write down real quick. 'Cause they actually write down in their thing.
Yeah.
Just give them a little break. Again, most of them are pretty good about doing it pretty quick. If you are... Hold on. Thunder's a Dagger on 7-0.
Dagger Thunder, go ahead.
Be advised, I'm going to read you a modified 9-line for the same target, just for an example.
Dagger Thunder, A-firm, standing by.
If you are pressed for time and you're trying to give a 9-line, you can give a modified 9-line. Basically, you're just going to list up the type. 1 through 3 is NA. You want to give them target elevation, the description, and location. As you can see, number 4, 5, or actually 4 and 6 are bold.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yep, eyes on.
You want to give them that information. I give them 5 just so they know what they're working with. I think it's important too. And then, so 1 through 3 NA, 1-3 meters, T72, 100, 120, 7 through 9 NA, requesting Maverick. That's the modified 9 line. If you are pressed for time, you don't need to have them stand by for remarks. Just give them the remarks at the end of it.
Roger that.
Thunder is a Dagger and 7-0, stand by for 9 line over.
Dagger Thunder standing by. Ready 9 line.
Type 1 control, 1 through 3 NA, 1-3 meters, T72, 100, break 120, 7 through 9 NA, requesting Maverick, over.
Dagger Thunder 6-1, I read back. Type 1 control, 1 through 3 NA, 1-3, T72, 100, 120, 7 through 9 NA, single Maverick.
Roger, Thunder. Stand by. And that's the modified 9 line, or the quick way to do it. Sometimes you can't even do that. Sometimes they want a fucking Maverick on it now. You say, Thunder, hit this T-72 to our east. Try to give them an altitude, or the altitude of sea level for the target. Just so they don't hit the ground if it's foggy or whatever.
Roger that.
But I'll literally just say, Thunder, there's a T-72 to our northeast. Hit it with a Maverick. As you may have heard me say before. Okay, now that we've given 9 line, I'm just going to tell them to continue. Thunder, this is Dagger 7-0, continue 9 line over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, in from the south, ETA, 1 minute.
Roger, 1 mic. I would give him like clarifications as I just did, just to make him aware that I know he's coming.
Roger.
So again, continue means to proceed to target. However, he's not cleared. Since this is a type 1 control, he's cleared hot. Thunder is a Dagger and 7-0, cleared hot, over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, cleared hot. Fangs out. Rifle.
Rifle means he shot
Flight time, 10 seconds.
his missile.
Shack.
Jack means explosion. Okay, so now that we have a target destroyed, we're given BDA. We used to do the rating system, 100 over 100. What? Oh, 100 over 100 basically means 100%. You killed it. However, we're drifting away from that and just giving it like an actual BDA.
Roger.
Your BDA is as follows: 1 times destroy T-72. Thunder is Dagger 7-0, stand by for BDA, over.
Dagger Thunder, standing by.
1 times destroy T-72, over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, 1 times, T-72, blown up.
Roger, Thunder, complete cast.
Dagger Thunder, A firm, complete cast, going back out into the wheel.
And he's going back into a circuit. Any questions?
Not at this time.
Okay. So what you're going to do now is choose a target in that field. There's multiple. It's up to you. Mark it on blue force with a type mark. And call in a 9 line. An actual 9 line, full 9 line first.
Roger that. Let me... What was the range or the blast radius of a Liger? Would it hit?
Liger is...
like the small one, right? There's the... I don't think there's anything...
Are you looking at infantry?
Yeah, I'm looking at the infantry squad over there.
Okay, or
I'm
point at it.
over there. But
That should kill. I would say a Liger would probably be about 10 to 15 meters.
Roger. What would you recommend for this? For an infantry
I would
squad?
recommend a Liger.
A Liger? Alright, roger that. Let me mark that.
And just to sort of continue,
Holy jeez.
and to sort of elaborate on it, on the lasers and Ligers, I would, in the remarks section, tell them call 30 will lays. So he knows that you'll call 30 seconds and that you'll lace a target. And I would insert that into the remarks.
So I should probably laze this one so you can actually see the...
Yeah, I would you lace it. However, yeah. But keep in mind the trees might block it, so put it to the right a little bit of that tree.
Roger that. Put it under, like, to the bottom right on that guy.
Yeah.
Thunder, this is Dagger on 7-0.
Dagger, Thunder, go ahead.
Thunder, this is Dagger. Push IP, Echo, stand by for 9 line, over.
Dagger, Thunder, coming out east. Stand by 10 Sierra, and go ahead with 9 line.
Did he... That meant 10, wait 10s before I sent the line 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay, roger that.
He's pushing IP Echo right now just to get ready.
Roger that.
By turning, and that's why he needs you to wait so he can turn and then fill in the information.
Now that I think about it, I think Echo might have been a little bit weird to push, actually.
Well,
I mean, it's a
I was
Liger,
saying
yeah.
the same thing. However, it's a Liger. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can control where it goes, and we're in a safe distance where a splash or a stray round won't hit us. So. And plus, coming from the east, looks a little open for him. Like it's not gonna hit a tree or something.
Yeah, because I was
As if
scared
he was
that...
from the west.
Yeah, I was thinking...
If he's going
Cause...
from the west, he can hit that tree. It's right between us and the squad.
Yeah, firm. I was also thinking southwood, there was a little forest there, so I wasn't sure if it would make it past that. Although I'm pretty sure it would, but...
It probably would.
Yeah.
But, you know, be safe that, and he did, so it's alright. Alright, you probably could give him an eyeline now.
Alright. Alright, should I just ask him if he's ready?
No, I assume he's ready.
Alrighty. Thunders is Dagger and 7-0. IP Echo 270 degrees. 8 kilometers. 13 meters. Infantry squad in the open at the crossroads. Location 102 break 117. Type mark 0833. 1 kilometer west. Egress at your discretion, over. Stand by for remarks, over. That was a little...
Dagger, Thunder 6-1, I read back. Type 1 control, Echo 270. 8 kilometers, 13 meter. Infantry squad in the open at crossroads. 102, 117, 08 tree. West 1 kilometer, egressing back to the wheel.
Hold on, don't reply yet.
Roger.
The
Yeah,
one thing I noticed is the type control. He assumed it's type 1. However, you didn't include it, just so you know.
Yeah, I realized that after he said that
If you forget something, say correction the last type 1 control. correction, the last line 1 is IP echo. You know, example.
Copy that.
However, just you can skip that for now and just say readback is correct and
Thunder, this is Dagger. Readback is correct. Stand by for marks over.
Dagger Thunder, ready additional.
We're requesting 1 times the Liger rocket. Inform when 30 seconds out.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, requesting single Liger, will call on final.
Roger, continue.
Roger, continue.
Make sure you hold your mic a little bit longer. You're cutting off like
Oh.
the last
Dagger
trail
Thunder,
end.
say again, was that continue?
Roger, continue.
There you go. So,
Dagger Thunder, Roger. Thunder is in from the east. About 1 mic.
when he says he sees a target or he tallies or whatever, just say lays on, cleared hot,
Roger that.
just so that he knows that you're lasing and that he's not.
Dagger Thunder, good tally. 30 seconds.
Roger. Lasers on. Cleared hot.
Say it again, cleared hot. You cut off.
Cleared. Roger that. Lasers on. Cleared hot. Over.
There you go.
Dagger Thunder, Roger,
Yeah, I'll keep
lays
in
hot
mind to.
and cleared hot. Be advised, no joy on your laser.
Is it on?
Yep. I am lasing that.
Wiggle it around, like move it a little bit east of them if you have to or something. It might be hitting the tree in the far side
Dagger
of it.
Thunder, tally lays.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, that was.
Dagger Thunder, no joy on laser energy. Coming out to the southwest, gonna come back in southwest to northeast, see if I can get a better solution here.
So for this, I would say, Roger that, immediate re-attack, yeah.
Roger that. Continue with re-attack. Over.
Now he's coming in from the, what do you say, southeast?
Southwest, I believe.
Okay. Now you can position the laser, keep in mind his location where he's coming from, and try to work around that tree a little bit farther than you think you need to work around it.
Roger.
The laser is really finicky with the trees, bushes, and stuff like
Yeah.
that now.
I'm lasing like directly on the crossroad itself.
Dagger
on
Thunder,
the
back in
intersection.
southwest northeast, same 9 line with Liger.
Roger that. Continue.
Roger, continuing. Thunder, tally target.
Clear that.
Cleared out.
Roger, cleared hot. Thunder, dart away.
Dart away, he's shooting a rocket. There you go.
Ooh. That was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Thunder's coming out west.
There, give him BDA.
Thunder, standby for BDA. Over.
Just go ahead and call him Thunder's Dagger and 7-0, then give him BDA.
Thunder, this is Dagger on 7-0.
Dagger, Thunder, talk to me.
BDA is as follows. 1 times enemy squad erased. Over.
Dagger, Thunder, Roger, single infantry squad destroyed.
Okay.
One LT
Complete pass,
Hammers
over.
main joined your channel.
Dagger, Thunder, Cast complete, coming out into the wheel.
1 LT Hammers main left your channel.
Not bad.
Yeah, I could.
Obviously, as you call it more 9 lines, you'll get faster with it.
Airframe, yeah, I mixed up some of the lines there at first. That's why I had to recorrect them, but
That's fine. Just as I said, I look at my thing on my right side, my list of the 9 line, and I just go down the list and do my best to give the information. One thing is to keep your mouse on the target. You have the map tools enabled in Blue Force, right?
yeah, that's what I had
You see
open
the
when I
grid and the distance.
Airframe.
Yeah, if you place your arrow on it, so you have that yellow arrow between us and the target,
Mm-hmm.
the first line is obviously the grid. Second line is the altitude above sea level. The third's the distance from you. Yeah, it's just sort of listen through everything. You'll learn it.
Roger that.
Now, let's call in a GBU on that BMP at that crossroad. I'm poking at or pointing at.
Roger, eyes on.
Make it a modified 9 line, a quick one.
Copy that. Do you want me to give them just a coordinate and then he'd GPS guide it, or?
Just go through the 9 line. 1, 2, 3 NA, the elevation, description, and location, and 7 through 9 NA, and feed them a GB, requesting what times GBU. Don't stand by for remarks or anything.
Copy that. Let me just mark it here. Thunders is Dagger on 7-0.
Dagger, Thunder, go ahead.
Push IP November, stand by for 9 line over. Or should I even ask him to push,
Hold
or I
that
just...
key a little bit longer.
Oh, right.
Dagger, Thunder, coming out north and ready 9 line.
Do I have to ask him to push an IP if it's like a modified? Or can I just tell him right away,
No,
like...
you don't have to.
Roger.
You don't have to, but you can.
Copy that. Thunders is Dagger, type 1 control, 1 through 3 NA, 1-3 meters. Target description is 1 BMP, sitting at the crossroads. Type mark, target location, 09er 9er break 121, 7th true 9 NA, requesting 1 GBU, over.
There you go.
Dagger, Thunder, I read back. Type 1 control, 1 through 3 NA, 1-3 meter, single BMP at the crossroads at break. At 09er 9er 121, 7 through 9 NA requesting single GBU.
Don't reply. Hold on. Now, since you need this quick, don't worry about, like, continue. Just say, Roger that, cleared hot.
Roger that, readback is correct, cleared hot.
Dagger, Thunder, I am in from the north. Still no joy on the target. Stand by.
Now, he can't find it, so tell him that.
Dagger, Thunder, tally.
Continue
Now
with
you
what
can
you're
tell him
saying.
to continue, even though you cleared hot.
Roger that, cleared hot, continue. What are you saying
I was gonna
about
say
if you can...
afterwards.
Sorry?
Roger, Thunder is in 30 seconds.
If he can't ever find anything, like, you can flash your laser and make sure you tell him that your laser's on. And then he'll tell you, Roger that, terminate lays, and that's when you turn off your lays.
Copy that.
Same thing works for air contacts, like helicopters. Sometimes it's hard for them to find them with radar. So pull out your laser designator and laze the helicopter that's moving as best to your ability. It'll help them find the target.
Dagger Thunder, one away.
Yep.
16 seconds.
Okay. Now get BDA.
Thunder, this is Dagger. Stand by for BDA.
Cut.
Dagger Thunder, standing by.
Sorry?
Yeah, hold up, Mike. Longer, man. Keep cutting off.
Oh,
Pretty
fuck.
far into the transmission.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I'll try to keep that in mind. Thunder, this is Dagger. BDA is as follows. 1 destroyed BMP. Complete cast over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, single BMP destroyed. Holding back out in the wheel.
Alright, yeah, good. Okay, so let's do something just a little bit different. Instead of giving a 9 line, let's say you need him to hit everything out to our northeast region. Let me play some stuff first.
Roger.
Okay, I placed a lot of infantry along that road. Go ahead and just tell him clear Type 3 control east of the task force, anything outside of 500 meters. Basically means within, if the target's within 500 meters of the task force, he will not engage. Since they're about to click out, he will engage him. But yeah, just clear Type 3 control.
Roger that. Thunder, this is Dagger on 7-0.
Cutting out again.
Oh, fuck me. Sorry, I'm gonna make sure I
Dagger
fix
Thunder,
that.
go ahead.
Alright.
Cleared on, you're cleared on that Type 3 control on any enemy infantry outside of 500 meters east of the task force, over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, clear Type 3 control, any infantry outside of 500 meters of friendlies. Dagger Thunder, interrogative, what's troop condition down there?
I'd say like 3 squads? Or unless he means something else.
I'm not too sure what it means.
Then there's a Dagger. Can you clarify on troop conditions, over?
Dagger Thunder, just requesting a sit rep on what's going on down there with Type 3 control off.
Just say that we're pinned down.
Thunder, this is Dagger. We're being pinned down by approximately 3 squads out to our east. About 1 click out, over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, I'm on it. Dagger Thunder, I am visual to you. I'm looking out to your east trying to find these guys.
You tell him you can turn your laser on, laser him real quick.
Thunder, this is Dagger. Lays is hot on enemy infantry, over.
Dagger Thunder, tally, enemy infantry.
And clearing.
I'm coming out south, gonna set up for a Mark 82 run on
Actually-
these guys.
Cleared hot because now that you saw the enemy and see the plane, it changed to a Type 1.
Roger. Do I have to tell him it's Type 1, or do I just say
Just say,
change the Type
Thunder,
1?
this is Dagger, and 7-0, change to Type 1. Cleared hot.
Thunder, this is Dagger 70. Change to type 1, clear dot, over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, ROE change, type 1 control, Thunder tallies targets and is in from the southeast.
Roger that, continue.
A-firm Thunder's in, 30 seconds.
Do I have to clear him hot on that?
You already did.
Yeah, okay, affirm.
Dagger Thunder, 6 away.
Holy.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. Well, that's a type 3 control clearance. We would use that if we don't know what is going on outside of our field of view. So, like, let's say that we were over here somewhere. Let's say we were on this side of the hill and we're getting mortared or something. We clear in type 3 control to the east for a mortar pit. That basically tells them, hey, you're clear to engage anything that's a mortar pit that's engaging us. We don't know where they are.
Roger that. Thunder, this is Dagger, stand by for BDA, over.
Dagger Thunder, standing by.
BDA is as follows: 3 times destroyed enemy squads. Complete cast, over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, single platoon destroyed. Egressing back out into the wheel.
I totally forgot about it. Thunder, this is Dagger 12170, over.
Dagger 1-2 Thunder 6-1, go ahead.
Enter out, give any other scenarios for Dagger 1-3 to test out.
Roger, we need to do a gun run and bring in some DC with the gun and see how it goes without a nice, crispy, cool,
Oh boy.
calm way to go.
Okay, so give them a 9-line for a gun run. There's an enemy squad way out there next to that town. The trail.
Hey, firm, I see eyes on. Holy, it's kind of far.
Yep, calling 9-line.
Roger that.
Dagger Thunder, recommend we run the gun on that gas and on that BTR. Try a full 9-line, then try a abbreviated, and then we'll run a DC just to make sure it can all come together pretty quick.
Alright, hear that? Change of targets.
Yeah, firm. I'm trying to scan for that. Yeah, I have no idea where it is.
Gaz right there to the left.
Oh,
And BTR.
okay. Yep, eyes on. I was looking right there. There's one over there too.
Alright, do a full 9-line for the Gaz. And do a modified for the BTR.
Roger that. You want me to request guns?
Yep,
Or
guns.
copy. Thunder, this is Dagger on 70. Push IP Whiskey. Stand by for 9-line, over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, coming out west. Sorry for the intrusion on the range. I was doing a simulated gun run on that MBT. Dagger Thunder, ready 9 line.
Thunders is Dagger, type 1 control, IP whiskey 909 degrees, 8 kilometers, 14 meters, 1 times gas at the crossroads in the open. 09 break 122, type mark 08 break 57. Friendlies are 1 kilometer southwest. Egress at your discretion.
You could also say
Dagger Thunder, I read back, type 1 control, whiskey 09 8 clicks, 14 meters, gas at the crossroads in the open, 09 122 0857, 1 kilometer southwest, egressing back to the wheel.
Readback is correct. Stand by for marks, over.
Dagger Thunder, standing by.
Requesting guns. Over. Sorry, what were you saying about...
Dagger Thunder, Roger, requesting guns on target. Thunder will be in from the west. Approximately 1 mic.
if you
Roger, continue, over. Sorry.
if you don't like if you want to say at your discretion to say egress yours.
Roger that. Yeah, I remember
The short way
Kulash
of saying it.
did like ordnance yours and like egress yours and stuff like that.
Yep, you can also do that.
Dagger Thunder, tally.
Roger that. Cleared hot, over.
Roger, cleared hot. 30 seconds. Dagger Thunder, guns. Thunder's out to the south.
Thunders is Dagger, stand by for BDA, over.
Dagger Thunder, standing by.
BDA is as follows: 1 times destroyed gas.
Dagger Thunder,
Oh, I
Roger,
forgot
single
the complete
gas,
cast.
smoking.
Whoops.
Just tell them now.
Roger that. Complete cast, over.
Roger, Dagger, heading back out to the wheel.
Okay, call a modified 9 line for the BTR. Make it quick. I'll be right back.
Roger that. Thunders is Dagger, stand by for 9 line, over.
Dagger Thunder, ready 9 line.
Type 1 control, 1 through 3 NA. Target elevation 14 meters. 1 times BTR at the crossroads. It's 097 break 123 7 through 9 NA. Ordnance yours, over.
Dagger Thunder, read back, Mike 1 control, 1 through 3 NA, 14 meters, BTR at the crossroads, 097 12 tree, 7 through 9 NA, will be in with gun.
Readback is correct. Push ASAP.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, in from the south, 30 seconds.
Roger that. Cleared hot. Oh fuck.
Dagger Thunder, still no joy on the target, I'll let you know when I find it.
Blaze is hot on BTR, over.
Dagger Thunder, tally.
Roger that. Clear dot.
Roger, cleared hot.
How many rounds can this fucking tower take? Ooh, there we go. Or not, that smoke.
Dagger Thunder, guns.
Okay.
Thunder's is Dagger, stand by for BDA. Over.
Dagger Thunder, standing by.
BDA is as follows: 1 times destroyed BTR. Tango Mike. Complete cast. Over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, single BTR toast. Cast complete, heading back out to the wheel.
Holy. That was. Holy crap.
Okay, so now we're going to be doing our danger close stuff. Basically, this town is filled with people to the north side of the town. We're going to get as close as we can to them, engage them, and you're going to call in a 9-line, whether it be modified or full, it's up to you. And we're going to get danger close. Let's go. Thunder's Dagger 12170, over.
Dagger 1-2, Thunder 6-1, go ahead.
You advise
Oh,
Dagger's
man.
be pushing
That's a little
into the
embarrassing.
town of Zaros for danger close scenario, over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, you guys are pushing into the danger zone. Have fun.
Dagger 1-2, be advised. I am black on 556. I
Alright, well,
have
like,
no
give
idea.
you 4 rounds. Or 4 mags.
Alright.
That's all you got.
That was
And that's
handy.
all I got, too, so.
Come on. You can do it. Get in here. There we go. Is there a specific ordinance you want me to request, or?
Nope, we're gonna be in the shit, and you probably won't be able to request an ordinance, so.
True.
You guys have to hit it.
This is gonna be fun. Danger close is restricted to type 1, right? Or is it type 1 and 2?
Yeah, it's type 1.
Oh boy.
So what you want to do for danger close is make sure you mark your position, especially with enemies. So if you can, pop a red smoke and a green smoke. One red for enemy, green for blue for. If you can't do it, have someone else do it.
Roger that.
And I'm here with you, so if you need something, tell me.
Copy that.
Alright. Guns up. Second. Okay. Got enemies down the street laying down. They heard the thunder from earlier. We have a little bit of Def Flame crossing.
Roger that, covering.
Might see me, not too sure. Alright, go ahead and cross.
Roger, crossing.
We're gonna get a little bit closer. We're gonna cut through this compound right here next to my right.
On you.
Climbing.
Covering.
Jump over.
Coming over.
Alright, we got guys to our front, right on the other side of this wall, it looks like.
After that. Oh, shit.
Shit, that's a good start. There we go. Popping morphine. Fuck. Hold on 1 second.
That's one way to start that off.
Alright. Yep, call it. Might kill this one. The rest are gonna be moving on us.
Grab that. Thunder's dagger, stand by for 9-line over.
Dagger Thunder, ready 9-line.
Type 1 control 1 through 3 and a target elevation is 15 meters. Infantry inside the town of Zaros to our north. Approximately 0, 9, or 4 break 118. 7 through 9 NA.
Dagger Thunder, reading 9-line. Type 1 control, 15 meters infantry inside Zeros to your north. 0, 9, or 4, 118.
Read back is correct. Note this will be danger close. They're approximately 100 meters north of our pause. We're popping green smoke on our pause, red smoke on theirs. Avery, can you pop the green smoke on us?
Dagger Thunder, A firm, danger close. Green smoke
Green
on
smoke
friendlies, red smoke on bad guys.
Oh, fuck me.
Back up, back up, back up, back up.
Oh, fuck. I hit the fucking tree.
Dagger
with that.
Thunder, I am visual to green smoke and red smoke inside of 5 meters of one another.
Tell we're going back.
Thunder wave off. Last class.
Dagger Thunder coming out to the southeast.
Across the street to the east.
Roger that, popping red smoke. Can you pop a green smoke on us over here?
Yep.
And that bounced.
Sorry.
Thunder's dagger, repeat last 9-line. Same type marks on friendlies and enemies over.
Dagger Thunder, roger, repeating 9-line. Tally red smoke.
Roger that, continue. Disregard green and red smoke beside each other, over.
Dagger Thunder, A firm, I am still in hot, we'll prosecute with Liger.
Roger that, cleared out, over.
Dagger Thunder, A firm, cleared hot. Dagger Thunder, darts away.
Yep.
Dagger Thunder coming out east.
We're gonna be pushing closer now. Since you're working with 9-line, it's still relative to our area. Just tell them to repeat 9-line later on.
Roger that.
We're pushing up. Tell them that we're doing it. Pushing up.
Thunder's dagger, be advised we're pushing up, time now, up north.
A firm, Dagger, you guys are continuing pushing north.
Back front. He's down and pushing.
Roger that.
Guy left. Don't cross, don't cross, do not cross.
You good?
Yeah, did you get him?
Negative. He's... I have no eyes on this guy. Oh, fuck me.
I'm up.
I think I got him.
Colin, fast.
Dagger Thunder, interrogative, can I reattack? If I keep it out by the crossroads?
A firm Thunder, requesting reattack, same 9-line as before, over.
Dagger Thunder, roger, repeating 9-line, I'll keep it by the crossroads. I am
Roger.
still visual to you, so I'm good.
Roger that, popping red smoke on target, time now. Don't bounce, don't bounce.
Dagger
Oh,
Thunder,
fuck me.
roger, visual to your green smoke, and tally yours, on the way. 30 seconds out.
Hold on.
Alright guys, it's
Don't
my
move.
turn to get shot.
Dagger Thunder, guns.
Holy fuck. Damn. One coming to the road, one coming to the road. Your side.
Yeah, I'm watching. Pushing.
Roger that. Oh, I hear him. I think he's in the shack here.
Yeah, he is. I'm gonna see this guy has a grenade real quick.
Yeah, I don't have a grenade on me.
Guy does. Alright. Impact up.
Dagger Thunder, I am back in, east to west.
I didn't get him, but fuck it.
Ooh, he's coming back. Watch out. Roger that, cleared out.
I think he's back into the circuit. Is that what he said?
Back east to west?
Tell him
Back.
to say again last.
Thunder's a dagger. Say again last, over.
Dagger Thunder, be advised, I am back in from east to west.
Oh yeah, he's coming in for a gun run. Oh fuck. Roger that, cleared hot. Be advised, green smokes. Max friendly position, over.
Dagger Thunder, visual, guns. Dagger Thunder, be advised, having trouble seeing anything else moving down there. Looks like you might be okay, but keep talking if you need anything.
So, copy, Tango Mike.
You tell him that we're pushing west of the MSR.
Roger. Thunder's a dagger. Be advised, we are pushing west across that MSR time now, over.
Dagger Thunder, A-firm, you guys are pushing west across the MSR.
Across the street.
Roger that, covering.
Whoever.
Moving.
Covering. We're gonna wrap back around this way.
Copy.
Whoops, my bad. Guy left.
Copy.
He's in between the houses. He dipped in. Pushing.
Copy on you.
Alright, let's step into this garage and we'll complete it there. Tell him to complete cast.
Roger. Thunder's his dagger. Complete cast, over.
Dagger Thunder, Roger, completing cast. Coming out back to the wheel.
Okay. So yeah, good job. That was good.
That was a little scary.
It gets worse when armor's shooting at you and all that
Oh,
shit.
God. Yeah, I know. On that tower, I was scared that tower was gonna come down before you hit it.
Thunder is Dagger 1-2 and 7-0.
Dagger 1-2, talk to me.
Any critiques or remarks?
Only that when we're running DC in a town that close to friendlies, keep coming with the talk on. Where are they? What are they doing? What are you doing? You know, when we're running in that tight and we got a 9 line that we just keep repeating on, gotta keep updating. Also, this T-80 has displeased me for too long, so don't mind this bird.
Roger.
Roger, yeah, I'll work on talk-ons when doing that close.
Yeah. Check yourself, you're bleeding still.
Oh, yep, I got my head. Or I got my arm now.
Alright. We'll go over the rotary 5 lines are a little simple. Usually I don't even do them. But yeah, add that to your to-do list of looking over is the rotary 5 line.
Copy that. I don't think I've ever heard you do a rotary 5 line though, but because
I
usually,
usually don't.
yeah, are they just mainly
It's
for
usually Hellfires.
Roger? So it just pretty much be a 9 line for rotary for a Hellfire. I
Not
assume,
even
or
that.
is this
You want
Dagger Thunder sounds like Millertown to me.
Russia better. Just like look over the 5 line for the rotary thing, and then it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, target location, the description, and remarks. Your location, or typically. Sorry, I'm going to go down the list again. It's a type control 1, 2, 3 again. Your position, target position, target description, and then remarks. But I usually don't do a 5 line. Usually don't have time to do it, so.
yeah? When Drumheller's yelling at you to send a Hellfire.
Okay, I'm gonna call it there. I need to get dinner, do some more studying and stuff like that.
Firm. I actually never asked. What are you studying? Or